What is the stupidest thing someone has told you with complete conviction?
That we set the clocks forwards and backwards so the birds don't get confused with their migration patterns.
She said if you dream about falling and you hit the ground in your sleep you'll actually die. It's been proven. I said if you die in your sleep, how can anyone know what you were dreaming? Ruined a favorite story of hers. Sorry.
From a co-worker, if you don't have a social security number then the government can't do anything to you. I asked if that meant, if I didn't have an SSN then I could just go kill someone on the street and the government couldn't arrest me. Yep, he said, if you don't have an SSN then they can't enforce any laws on you.
2 people can breathe underwater forever if they have a hose. The first person breathes in while the second breathes out, then the first person breathes out and the second person breathes in, etc. Cars? They don't have cars. They have donkeys or walk to their huts. 40-year-old black woman talking to me about Africa. She refused to believe me, who had been to Kenya, that there are cities and people have cars. Even after showing her pic and explaining Africa has normal stuff just like the West. She refused to believe it or the internet.
My mother forbid us from eating Mexican food growing up because it's for Mexicans not for people, it will make you sick. I am now married to a lovely man from Mexico and needless to say I'm none the worse for cooking and eating Mexican food.
A guy I work with said that a football referee runs over the distance of a marathon during a game. I pointed out that a football game was only 90 minutes long and that the marathon record was just over 2 hours, so that would be impossible. He said it was possible, because a football referee changes direction a lot during a game, and it all adds up. At one of my first jobs as a graphic designer, a client called me into his office and pulled up a photo he took. He then asked me if I could turn it around. No, not rotate it, but turn the viewpoint around. He wanted to see what was behind the camera when he originally took the photo. God, I have so many stories from that job.
That the speed of light wasn't like an actual number, it was just a figure of speech. Pineapples aren't real. They're entirely man-made and do not exist in nature.
A girl I worked with was convinced that every single mythological creature was real. I'll never forget one of her claims. Think about it, every movie you done seen all those creatures and aliens and shit, all that's real. Someone has to have actually seen it to come up with that. Apparently there's no such thing as a human imagination to her. So yes, Transformers are real, Godzilla is real, Independence Day is real. This was a 20-year-old that said all of this.
That women don't burp or fart, because only men have the ability to pass gas. Spoiler alert, he was horrified when I burped in front of him.
I'm a dental hygienist. We had a patient come in with terrible teeth. They thought toothpaste caused cancer.
We can make money selling Amway products.